Hello, Cleo. What's going on?
Hey, so I've been thinking, with all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brental anarchists?
I don't think so. Have we? It's been so long, I can't recall. Well, I suppose. If this is an option, then I guess we have.
You've mentioned their existence and that you worked with them. No details.
Then here's a morsel for you. We were the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. So was probably me and a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
Sounds like fun. Why wasn't I invited back then?
I suppose you were vicious in your youth.
I've mellowed. REB let me blow up stuff and call it progress. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Yeah, I suppose. But indeed, we are now free of the Empire.
We don't take orders from anyone. We help the people we decide deserve it.
Most of the time, anyway. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me.
Aww.
Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
Oh, hey Logan.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Cleo's behavior lately?
Well, she does seem nicer than usual.
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that. However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Cleo has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
I trust her.
If you think she's up to something, talk to her, not me.
Why, I'm not accusing her of anything. Merely gathering pieces of the puzzle. And should the whole picture become apparent to me, I assure you I'll share it.
Look, I'm sorry to dump this on you, but you're gonna need to live without me for a little while.
Aww.
It'll be quick, but I need time off to wrap up some personal things.
Oh. Okay.
If you need to go, I won't keep you. Is there anything I can do?
Sweet of you to ask, but no.
And I was worried I'd miss your departure. Cleo, we've had our differences, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck. I'm sure the Wheezer and his Revolutionary Edge Brigade will be delighted to have you back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised that you would permit this, though. Letting Cleo see her old anarchist friends must violate any number of Imperial regulations.
Nah. So what? I don't care. She can do whatever she wants. Except maybe leaving permanently. I wouldn't want that.
Clearly, I haven't been filled in.
I've traced encoded messages sent from this ship to the leader of the Brental anarchists.
Look. It's not what you think. The Weezer got in touch, said he needed help. Didn't say why, but I figure security's cracking down on the cell again.
This man leads your old anarchist group.
He's one of the guys who started it. He taught me everything.
He's hit mostly corporate targets, but Imperial assets seem fair game for the REB as well. Just
That camera
less
angle.
convenient.
The Weezer was good to me, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Figured telling you would make trouble, get someone killed. If you don't trust me, come back with me and watch my back. We'll buy him off somehow. Might actually survive that way.
Well.
All you had to do was ask.
Thank you. I'll get in touch with him. One call to set up the meeting.
I'll leave you to your work.
We're all set. The Weezer will meet us at the Hutta spaceport. Just try to make this go without a fight. I don't need to lose either of you. Remember, we're not here to make trouble. You start something, I get unhappy.
I know, I got it. Jeez. I'll be good.
Callio, of all the gifts you've sent to me, this is truly the finest. A former Imperial intelligence agent. How marvelous.
What now?
I don't understand what you mean.
Callio has been selling information to the Revolutionary Edge Brigade ever since she joined the Empire.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Imperial security data, spaceport blueprints, the names of powerful people, useful things. But now, she's gone beyond the call of duty.
Yeah. Not really that surprising.
Beyond the call of duty, how?
By delivering you, of course.
Huh?
Shut up. This wasn't what we agreed to.
Why bother keeping it private when your associate dies anyway? She's more useful dead than alive. Her hands and eyes can get us through biometric security scans.
Not gonna happen.
This isn't a harvest job.
Then I apologize for misreading our agreement, but this is too promising an opportunity to pass up.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me the truth.
Damn you, Agent. And damn you, Weezer, for making me do this.
Oh dear.
No mercy.
Yeah, I won't show you any mercy.
Come on out. I'll show you my gun. Incoming! Leading here.
I'm disappointed with you, Callio. You were never a believer, but siding with the Empire?
I didn't want to pick a side. So yeah, I sold him a few secrets. He paid better than you do, and it's not like I got you in trouble.
I suppose.
Why did you pick a side?
He promised he'd keep our deal quiet. If you lied to me, you'd be the one dead. But look, you don't need to worry. I didn't talk about the missions. I'm not stupid. He was into bombing spaceports and raiding transports, not espionage and conspiracies.
I do hate traitors. I really do. God damn it. On one end, I really don't like this. But I figured I had it coming. On the other, it's Callio. Come on. I knew it was gonna happen. It's not like it's surprising. It's how she is. It's how she always was. Always been.
No real harm done. And the Weezer won't be a threat from now on. What say we put this behind us?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
If I thought you'd be that way about it, I would have offered you a cut.
Indeed.
We've worked together a long time now. I knew what to expect.
I kinda like hearing that. Come on. Let's go home. Blast it. You know what today is?
What?
Today's the day I've worked with you longer than any of my exes.
Oh! It's almost like an anniversary of sorts.
Don't tell me you missed your chance to escape.
Normally at this point I'd skip out and go con someone new. But you've got me so freaking out of practice it's not worth the bother. So I'll make you a deal. I'll stick with you, you keep me comfortable. I can live with this setup.
I can keep you comfortable, Callio. I'm so pathetic. A pathetic weasel.
I can agree to that, Cleo.
Tell you what, I'll make it easier to live with. I've given up teaching you anything, but we ever get someone new, I'll show them the ancient blood traditions of rat attack, and maybe how to down a Rhodian ale without puking.
Agent, you recall we spoke to the diplomatic service about building an alliance between Empire and Kilix?
Yeah.
Falner Eth, the man who offered his backing in return for our assistance, has asked us for his first favor.
Oh.
What's our diplomat friend after?
Falner wants our notes on various families and unaligned worlds in the Questal sector. He means to bring that sector into the Empire. We worked in Questal a long while, and we knew its people well. It's odd to see someone else take the reins.
You don't talk about your old life.
We don't often have a reason to think about it. We do miss negotiating, reaching out to understand people, synthesizing their needs. Dizana of the Lesai Nest says that desire makes us a better joiner. It's only small comfort.
You haven't forgotten your training. Even as Dawn Herald, you're an ambassador.
Perhaps. But seeing men like Fulner again, we think it's best if he handles negotiations. Apologies, Agent. This is something we need to think on more deeply. But we're glad you stand by us.
Always.
You wanted something, Vector?
We do not neglect our duties. We are Dawn Herald. We do this for the Nest. Agent, we've had another request from Falner Eth, our ally inside the diplomatic service. We need to take a short leave.
Aw, but I want you around.
We can spare you for a little while. What does Falner want this time?
Falner's stock is rising, but he needs further acclaim before he can push for a Killik Imperial alliance. He's asked us to visit a former Republic governor named Yogana Thanoth and win his cooperation by turning him into a joiner.
Huh. Okay.
Give me the details on Thanoth. Who is this man and what makes him important?
Formerly of Ord Mantell, possessed of quite a few secrets the diplomatic service could make use of. The joining should be a gift, but we will find a way.
You do what you need to do.
Whatever you decide, I'll back you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're back. Did you find your man?
What happened to my
We spoke
ship?
to the Republic governor. If you'll join us, we'll report the details to Fulner Eth.
Sure. But what happened to my ship? Well, now it's back at least. Or is
My
it?
friends, it's been too long.
Fulner, we assume you've heard from Thanoth.
He contacted me from an Imperial transport. Apparently we promised to work with him. Not what I requested, but the service can make do.
There was no need to make him a joiner when he was amenable to discussion.
You haven't lost your touch as a diplomat after all.
Not entirely, no.
You kept your promise. Thanoth's assistance resulted in my promotion. I will keep my promise to you. Some important people are waiting, Vector. They're very interested in a potential Killik alliance.
Oh.
You arranged this?
As soon as I knew we could work together. Check the data I'm streaming to your main console.
Thank you, Fulner. Excuse us a moment, Agent.
Of course.
It's like talking to a bug wearing a man's skin. I don't know how you stand it.
You need to shut your mouth and be speaking proper about my friend.
He's a brave man and a loyal Imperial.
You can't be serious.
I
Those
am.
creatures are anathema to everything the Empire stands for. There's no place for great men in a hive mind.
Anathema?
Only
Benediction?
animal instinct. I'll be relieved when you people finish this scheme and get rid of the colony for good.
Huh? What an asshole.
Agent, they listened. They don't understand yet, but they listened. The diplomatic service has requested my aid and wants to initiate relations with the colony.
Listen, Falner Eth is keeping his deal, but he's repulsed by Killix. We can't trust him.
He admits it. We always did get an odd sense from him. It's out of his hands now, though. We should watch him, but we'll be focused on the future.
Sure.
Agent, there's something we want you to know.
What?
Our obsession lately has been with the colony and the diplomatic service.
Yeah.
We're sure you've noticed that we've been distant.
Kinda.
We were getting close for a while. Then you pulled back.
Yes. It wasn't intended. We're finished repairing ourselves. We found the part of our mind that understood humanity, and we're relearning how to use it.
Well, that's
We
nice.
couldn't have done this without you. And we don't want to be distant anymore.
Aww. Flirt, but this option just sounds so nice.
No more disappearing when things get difficult.
What we did was necessary. But we won't go through it again.
Yay!
What
It's so
will be
cute.
the next verse of our song?
Who knows? Time to flirt.
Have you really forgotten what comes next?
We haven't relearned everything, but we'll work on it.
What do you have for me?
Encouraging news. Watch.
Don Herald, forgive the message, but our emissaries were out of reach and we couldn't wait to link with you. Imperial scout ships entered colony space and made contact yesterday. We traded in Membrosia, silk, and star maps.
Ooh.
We could smell the men's fright, but they left in peace. Perhaps you were right after all.
Maybe.
A long way from a signed treaty, but it's a start.
Indeed it is.
It looks like your work is paying off.
So far. We're in touch with the diplomatic service as well. There's still resistance, but we're progressing. Killiks and Imperials may share space in our lifetime.
What's going on?
Agent, in our work with the diplomatic service, we find ourselves talking to people we once knew. We've been contemplating this.
What?
Hello, Vector. It's Honora. I don't know if you remember me, but Bryce, he thought you would, and I wanted to talk to you. I know things didn't end well, but I never forgot. You need to get out of there. Come back to Drummond Cast and we'll get you help. We can undo what the Killiks did. There are still people who care about you.
We've watched it 17 times and meditated to the static.
There's nothing wrong with you being a Killik. Sure, it's a little creepy, I suppose, but still. Also, it sounds like, yeah. Is she your girlfriend? Oh, ex. I hope she's not your girlfriend. I hope that's... It sounds so creepy when I say it, but whatever.
It can be difficult to be reminded of your past.
Can it? We were nearly engaged to Honora very long ago. We never considered that there are people who want us restored to what we were. But watching this, feeling nothing, we know we're no longer who we were when we loved her.
I suppose. Let's ask.
If you could be restored, would you want it?
No. We had to know if our reaction was unnatural, but we don't think it is. We are content. It is done, Agent.
It
We
is?
can scent the pulse of your heart. We can taste particles of solar radiation bead like dew on our lips. We have undergone the chrysalis of tranquility, and we are reborn.
Oh? Please do explain.
You've never mentioned this. Chrysalis of Tranquility.
The chrysalis is a ritual of the Dawn Herald. It makes us stronger, better able to face the enemies of the nest, and enhances our link to the universe. It requires the stillness of spirit we now have. We'll fight alongside you.
Well, I'm happy to hear it.
My brave, strange protector. You know I'm glad I have you.
We do. We have news, Agent. We've been conferring lately with the ambassadors, moffs, speakers for the Sith, all with their own agendas and concerns, none with any love for the Killiks. But we swayed a few, and found ways around others. Now the diplomatic service has agreed to seek a treaty.
Awesome!
An alliance with the Killik colony. It's what you've been wanting.
What we've been working toward together. Some of the nests are still reluctant, Horro and Manam in particular, but all parties involved have agreed to a summit. We'll preside over the negotiations ourselves.
Oh my! Well, you go and kick their diplomatic butts, then.
I'm at your disposal. I want this to work.
So do we. Thank you, Agent. Imagine. Colony and Imperial representatives in one room. It shall be interesting.
Indeed.
You said you wanted to talk?
Yes, but we'd like some privacy. No crew members, no Killiks, no emergencies. If you could arrange it.
I can arrange it. Should I dim the lights? Pour a drink?
If you like. We'll meet back shortly.
Alrighty then.
Vector?
I'm here, Agent. Surprise.
What the hell? Oh. Well, you sure look different. Is it the hair?
You have nice eyes. It's good to see them.
You look different without your electric aura, but just as lovely. The Abia nest taught me to repress the pheromonic bond. I can hold it for a little while. This is a time for us to be together. One you needn't share with the Ouroboros or the colony.
Aww. Oh, come on. Well, it's not entirely him, but it's nice.
You're a smart man. I don't like sharing.
I'll remember that.
Aww.
The others will be back soon, but I'm glad we could have this. I do love you, Agent.
Oh. I can't help it. I'm a sucker for love.
I love you too, Vector.
Then it all works out. Now, we return to work. We are set, Agent. Preparations for the Killik Imperial Summit are underway, and the first ambassadors are arriving on site.
So
We're
exciting.
meeting on Alderaan, in the House of Thule. We couldn't think of a more appropriate place.
Sure does sound very appropriate.
Who'll be attending? What's the agenda?
Daizana of the Tatooine Nest will be there, along with delegations from 11 more hives. Falna Eth will be among our people from the diplomatic service. More than any other Imperial, you've seen the nests and how they function. Your word could carry weight. Before we leave, we'd appreciate your honest assessment. One final report that we can present to the Imperial Summit attendees.
You have my complete support. Even if I find the Killiks somewhat creepy because bugs, kinda brainwashing with pheromones and such. But you have my support.
An alliance with the Killiks would benefit the Empire immensely, and I'm not afraid to say so. I'll have a report to you by the time you reach Alderaan.
We look forward to it. Agent, the summit is over.
And?
It was not without incident. Daizana of the Lesai Nest
What?
is dead.
What? Oh.
I thought things were looking up. How did the summit turn violent?
Falna Eth, our contact in the diplomatic service, attempted to sabotage the proceedings. Daizana was caught in an explosion, saving an ambassador. And when we traced it to Falna, he had a speech prepared.
Oh.
Damn you. Listen to them. Do you want to ally the Empire with these creatures? Everything they do defies what we stand for. The Killiks are an abomination. Our Empire is based on the notion that a great individual rises to the top, and the lesser masses follow. The Killik hive mind devours greatness, absorbs every possibility into a mire of primal instinct.
Oh, come on.
We found his words troubling, and his actions more so.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He's one man, and a crazy man at that. Trying to bomb the summit proves it.
He's wrong, you know. The colony shares the Empire's ideals. It only expresses them differently. The colony allows billions of Killiks and joiners to serve something greater, the Nest consciousness. Just as Imperials serve the Sith and the Emperor. That is what we told the others. That is how we signed a treaty between the Empire and the Killiks.
You are so goddamn awesome.
You did wonderful, Victor. You should be proud.
We are, and we're proud of you.
Aww.
Both sides will open their borders to trade. Protocols will be set for military and diplomatic contact. You and Izana, even Fulner, you all brought us to this point. Our future is hopeful.
You've got time on your hands. Why don't you work me into that future somehow?
We'll see what we can do. We end a verse in the Song of the Universe. Soon, we will hear another.
What can I do for you, Vector?
We've been speaking to friends in the diplomatic service, putting Dr. Lokin's lessons in persuasion to good use.
How so?
It took some brokering to find a gift for you. An Ulikuo gemstone once over the Tapani.
Aww. Well, thank you.
Ah, you finally figured out how to win me over.
And just in time, apparently.
Oh?
Traditionally, the Tapani nobles present the stone as part of a marriage proposal. Which is what this is.
Ooh.
We know you can never join us. You can never share our thoughts. But if you can't live in our world, we can in yours. Forever.
Oh my. I wonder what this would do. This could be interesting. Otherwise, I'd totally go with this, of course, but... What if... I kinda don't, but I really want to ask.
What if I could come to your world? I could become a joiner too.
It would mean giving up everything you are, everything you wish to become. We have no desire to see you do that. We love you. Will you marry us?
Aww. Vector.
I will marry you, Vector. I love you too.
Then we have an agreement.
GameStop
We don't
being
have
weird.
a ceremony planned, and for the sake of your cover, perhaps it can't be officially sanctioned. But it is real. We are one.
Yay! Sure.
Show off for me. Tell me something only a joiner could say.
There are patterns in your electric aura that are yours alone. They taste like frost and spices. We will remember them always.
Aww. Oh my, that hand.
Yes, Vector.
Agent, we'll never be a great spy or covert assault operative. But you've helped us to be a diplomat and a Dawn Herald. We are grateful for your patience and your guidance.
Anytime.
You don't have to be grateful. We're here to support each other.
Nonetheless, we received a message from the Killiks. The colony embraces the Imperial Alliance and offered us the chance to become Dawn Herald to all nests.
Oh.
We refused as our priorities are clear.
Oh.
We'll work with you and defend your legacy until the end.
Doctor, you wanted to talk?
Yes, and I'm terribly sorry to take your time, but I have a small request. To be frank, it's a bit of an embarrassment.
Oh. Go right ahead.
You have my undivided attention.
I told you before about my safe houses, how my intruder alarms have been going off. But I attributed it to local happenstance. I may have been mistaken. My safe house on Balmora exploded.
Oh dear.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Very much, but my scanners melted 0.7 milliseconds after activation. I could theorize regarding who did this and why, but truthfully, all I know is someone bypassed Imperial security to get inside.
Oh dear.
I'll need to see the safe house in person. I'll return as soon as I can.
Of course.
You could be walking into a trap. Stay alert, Doctor.
And you.
Welcome back. So how did it go?
Well, I'm afraid the news is mixed.
Tell me more.
My safe house did indeed burn to the ground, along with 3 would-be assassins who were attempting to wire it with explosives. Apparently my security triggered their bombs prematurely.
Huh. Well, sucks to be them, I guess.
Do you booby-trap all your safe houses? Or just the ones your enemies know about?
You make it sound like I used safe houses as bait. I
Maybe.
did acquire genetic samples of the intruders. I'll be running traces shortly. One was a human male. The others, uncertain.
Blown to
Regardless,
bits.
they used Imperial equipment and codes to get inside. Someone in the Empire wants me dead.
Oh. Well, that's no good.
Supposing you're right, what do you intend to do about it?
The list of people with grudges against me is a long and varied one. It will be some time before I narrow it down. But I take comfort in the fact that I'm once again viewed as a threat. My days in retirement are over.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Forgive me, but as your sole medical officer, I have to point out that your eating habits have been less than satisfactory lately.
I
now,
know.
I'll take my share of the blame. I've been preoccupied making calls, catching up on what I've missed in the intelligence community. Still, the fact that people are trying to kill me does not excuse my neglect of your health.
Well, aren't you just a diligent man?
I appreciate your concern, but you've done a fine job.
Says the child to the unstrict parent. But regarding my search, I do have some small amount of news. I've identified one of the assassins as an operative for Colonel Langor,
Ooh.
a man with ties to the Imperial Science Bureau. The Bureau is also the likely origin of the other dead men whose genetic structure had been mutated. Weaponized humans.
Oh. Power guards? Maybe?
I've heard of the Bureau, but I don't know much about it.
Military research, organized like an insect's hive of divisions and subdivisions, with their own would-be queens.
Ugh.
Which reminds me, I'd like your permission to run some tests on Master Vector.
Oh.
I'm rather curious about a joiner's physiology, and Vector is keen to learn more about himself.
Well, yeah, if he's willing, sure.
If it won't cause harm, I don't have any objections.
Wonderful. I'll let him know the good news. And of course, I'll keep you apprised. My good friend, have you noticed that the price of Dianogan tea has risen considerably since we broke the Treaty of Coruscant?
It's
One of
awful.
the costs of war you never anticipate. And now my jamming device is working, so we can dispense with the inanities.
You're so nice to talk to. You're so... I don't know. I don't know the word for it. But it's nice to talk to you.
You're not usually this cautious. What's going on?
Thanks to a now wealthy Kubaz information broker, I've identified the people who want me dead.
Who is it?
They represent an organization called Project Protean, a secret research and development group inside the Imperial Science Bureau.
What does Protean do? What do they want?
Protean researches practical applications of alien biology. You recall the genetically modified assassins who came after me?
Yeah?
They're only the beginning. Imagine troops spliced with Abyssin genes to enhance healing, or adrenals derived from Gamorrean hormones.
Oh.
Most test subjects don't fare well, but you can see the potential.
Yeah.
That sounds awfully like what you were doing on Taris.
There's a great deal of interdepartmental rivalry in our work, and my research does overlap with theirs. They may have targeted me in order to ensure that they have no competition, inside or outside the Empire.
Yeah. What to do now?
This is your operation. What's our next step?
Further study, I'm afraid. Right now, I'm unsure where the project is based or how to contact its members. But I wanted to keep you apprised.
Well, thank you.
About that Dianogan tea. A moment. Hour 36. Subject exhibiting low-grade fever and elevated N-cell counts. I will proceed to the second formula.
What now? What you doing?
Apologies for that, Agent. Bioexperiment logs wait for no man.
Yeah, I suppose. Yep.
There's not a lot you can do to surprise me.
Well, I told you about Project Protean and their research into alien genetics.
You did.
I managed to gain access to one of their databanks.
Sneaky dog.
Nothing incriminating there, but I was impressed by their scientific data. I've been adapting it for my own studies into the Rakghoul virus.
Huh. Maybe.
If you're running tests on yourself, you must be confident in the results.
Sample assays can only tell one so much. I'm now in my second day incubating the modified virus. If it doesn't break down my cell structure entirely, I should emerge revivified.
Well, that does sound good, but don't go dying on me. I need you around, Pops.
You become a stronger, faster man-eater.
More important, the change itself will be less taxing. It's not unpleasant as is, but it leaves me with a tremendous headache.
Aww.
Now, if you'll excuse me, this fever is becoming distressing.
Agent, you can bear witness. Dr. Lokin has agreed to hike Kars Falls with us if we visit the Kars City Opera.
Oh my!
Vector's musical tastes are frankly unsophisticated. I'm only trying to help.
Then we have a deal.
Well, that can wait. Right now, there's something the three of us must discuss.
Oh? Other than the fact that I love how you two are having a conversation, it's just wonderful. My companions are interacting, and not just in the main story, but here in a simple conversation. I love it.
I think you've got our attention.
As you are both aware, I've been investigating Project Protean, an off-the-books division of the Imperial Science Bureau.
The people who want you dead.
Precisely. Their research is focused on human-alien genetic splicing. I've studied their files, along with your own physiology, Master Vector, and I've come to a conclusion.
Which is?
Project Protean arranged your meeting with the Killiks so they could study the joining.
Huh. Well.
Why would they do that? And why Vector?
Thanks to the Killiks, he's stronger, more capable, an ideal soldier or infiltrator.
A science experiment.
For what it's worth, I don't believe it was personal. They wanted a test subject, and you were on Alderaan already.
Aww.
What do you think of all this?
We think we are who we are. But we prefer not to be someone else's puppet.
Damn right.
Understandable. They have files on the Killiks. Ways to hurt joiners or to heal them. They may have altered Vector or simply observed him. I consider it our obligation to find Project Protean and end them. For Vector's sake as well as mine.
You're damn right. For everyone's sake.
You've pulled a lot of data on these people. Finish the job.
It will be my pleasure.
If you'll excuse us, we'd like to commune with the Hive.
Of course.
You don't want my advice, but I'll give it anyway. Vector knows who he is. Give him time to be sure of it. Agent, I've been continuing my research into Project Protean, the fine people who want me dead, and who are responsible for Vector's condition. I have the location of their headquarters.
Awesome. So we're gonna go and maybe blow it up?
Give me the details, Doctor.
Protean's main laboratory is on a planetoid in the subterral sector. Security is tight, but not impervious. I've arranged transportation for Vector and myself. He deserves to know the truth about his victimizers.
Yeah. And I wanna come along.
If you're moving against Protean, I ought to be there. Besides, you'll need assistance.
I'm afraid this is a personal matter, and I am capable of operating on my own. I plan to learn exactly why Protean tried to kill me and recover their data on Master Vector. The rest we can play by ear.
Oh, fine.
Take whatever equipment you need and call me if you run into trouble.
Of course. We'll see you again when this is over.
How'd it go? Oh. Private talk. Hey, Vector.
Have returned from Project Protean. The task is done.
And I have promises to keep. It seems Protean was based on prior experiments in alien biology. My prior experiments. I had no proof until I discovered certain former associates in the Protean lab. But I've ensured that they will not misuse my research again.
What did you do at the research facility?
Victor and I entered the facility as planned and interviewed the woman in charge. In return for my generosity sparing the laboratory, I've been appointed unofficial Protean director. From now on, every experiment, every assay goes through me.
That's quite a victory. What do you plan to do with that authority?
Protean serves a function, bringing the benefits of alien biology to all people.
Starting with its work on joiners.
Your Protean files have already been deleted, and the Killick experiments stopped.
That's not enough. No more treating people as test subjects. You'll reform Protean, and I'll be watching.
I have no desire to make you into an enemy.
Good. I don't want you to be my enemy either.
He offered to try and cure us. We refused, of course. We don't entirely understand him, but we don't blame him for Protean's work, or for our joining. Whatever his part really was.
Yeah, you two seem like good friends.
You forgive him that easily? He means something to you.
We don't think he likes people. We don't know why he tolerates us, but he does, and we're grateful. We don't always have to trust our friends.
Doctor, what can I do for you today?
I was just thinking what a fine team we've made. You realize that when we met, I had an extremely low opinion of you.
Yeah.
I assumed you'd earned your position through political connections. I made that mistake with an agent once before.
I don't suppose I've earned your approval yet.
In part, I'll grant. The agent I'm thinking of, he was promoted to Keeper and eventually Minister.
Ooh.
A very clever man, who will have my eternal respect. Your path may be similar to his. Given that and the state of our empire, I believe it's wise if I continue to advise you.
Kinda.
I believe it's wise to keep you at my side.
Then you're learning.
In any case, I'm at your disposal. And one of these days you should consider training more operatives. I'll be happy to grant my insight.
Yes, Ensign?
Sir, there's something you should know. I've been scanning Chiss frequencies, passing the time, checking low security reports. An old associate left this message where he knew I could find it. It's a hologram that Chiss intercepted from Caravan.
Ooh. Can I hear it too? I want to hear it.
Play the message, please.
I have received the fugitive's location. Even he could not run forever. We must now find the Force sensitive he hid from us. You need not send your agents. I'll make the former Cypher 3 pay for his defiance myself.
I'm sorry, sir. If I knew this would be an issue, I would have told you earlier. Cypher 3 is my father. The Force sensitive he's hiding is me.
Do the Sith know of your relationship?
No. My father took precautions. He changed records, birth dates, even my name. The Sith will do worse than kill him. Torture, public display. He can't go through that. Not for me.
Indeed. We must do something.
If you have a solution, I'm listening.
I can find my father before Lord Darok does. There are coordinates in the message. With your permission, I can give him a quick death.
Oh. Wow.
He saved your life. The least you can do is help him.
I can't. I have to be better than him. I have to do my duty. I won't be gone long. Besides, if I don't do something, your security could be compromised.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Be safe out there. Find your father and come back. And be careful of that Sith.
I will, thank you.
Ooh, dramatic.
It's done. I'm back.
How'd it go?
I found Cypher 3. I found my father, and I executed him. The Sith couldn't. He said he understood.
I wish there had been a way to spare him.
Don't apologize. He was a criminal, and we did our duty. But he was hunted down and punished for keeping me a secret. Real justice would be turning myself into the Sith.
Aww, don't do that. They'll take you away from me and I don't want that. You're the cute girl, while Kaleo is the badass. And I want the cute girl around.
Cypher 3 made that choice for you.
He started the lie, but I've kept it going for years. I'm grateful for your help. We did the proper thing. Sir, Dr. Loken was just telling me stories about my father from his intelligence days. All lies, I think, but that's alright. What would you say if I brought some personal items on board? I haven't played the Melodium for years, but lately I've had the urge.
Oh. You can bring music to the ship? I love it!
You sound more upbeat than last time we talked.
We do difficult things for the Empire. I know that. But I did realize, maybe it's time I stopped spending all day, every day, on duty. The 14-hour shift is enough. Sir, if I could have your attention...
Of course.
Given what the crew's survived lately, I've decided we ought to celebrate with a night out. You should come along, for morale.
Totally! We should totally do that. It's a great idea. Let's go right now. Why are we standing around? Off we go!
We could all use a chance to relax. Count me in.
Come on. You can protect me from Dr. Loken. Sir, I want you to be the first to know. I've declined to join the Toxitrooper Brigade on Quesh.
Oh?
I received a personalized transfer offer from Major Janos a few days ago. My time on Hoth flagged me as hostile environment capable.
Oh my.
Hostile environment capable, huh? Next you'll be earning the Medal of Progress.
If you'll put in the recommendation, sir.
I will.
There really was a time when I'd have considered it. For the promotion, for the sake of hiding. Not so much anymore. I'm proud to stand with you and fight for the Empire until the end.
And I'm glad to have you here with me.
I'm proud to have you at my side.
Thank you, sir. Now, I believe we had a mission of some sort, shall we?
Hey, Scorpio! What you doing? Oh. Sleeping, maybe?
I have completed analysis of my restraining codes.
Or that.
Although I cannot leave or cause you direct harm, I'm under no obligation to obey your commands.
Oh. Well. Do we now? Yeah. You're not my slave or anything.
You may be stuck with me, but we don't have to be enemies.
Then you may aid my core functionality.
Oh?
I intend to proceed with my heuristic directive of self-improvement and intelligence upgrades. Cooperate willingly, and I may spare you pain when I am free.
Oh, how nice of you. Well, if it'll get me on your good side or something like that, I suppose.
You expect me to let you become more dangerous?
Personal evolution is my primary purpose. This self-iteration is number 973, and there will be more. Do not anger me unnecessarily.
I have absolutely no plans to anger you.
You're forgetting who won our last go-around.
I forget nothing. This conversation is at an end. I have learned to access your culture's holographic network. Listen.
Um...
18 trillion desperate attempts to communicate per second. I hadn't realized your species were so starved for interaction.
Well, I guess that's what you get for having media. Everyone wants to get a piece of that. Everyone wants to communicate, have They have so many things to say. Sometimes a whole lot of dumb things.
What have you discovered, sifting through those transmissions?
I now understand your frustrations.
Oh?
I look at you and see neurons fire in your brain. I scan your body and know how you taste. But you're blind, alone, and confused.
You know how I taste? The hell? Yeah, that's a bit creepy. But blind, alone, and confused? What does that mean?
If you're so far beyond biological creatures, what's the point of analyzing them?
You dominate the galaxy. I'm curious.
I guess.
And do not sleep. Our time together has provided new information and sensations. These will prove useful in a future upgrade. My body requires improvement. You will provide a workshop and equipment aboard your ship.
Yeah. I suppose.
I'm willing to entertain requests.
When I protected Mega Security Ward 23, Balsifus Prison served as an extension of my immobile body. Now I must adapt for independent operation.
My engine is
This frame
hypnotizing
will be
me.
upgraded with physical enhancements, along with updated behavioral analysis capabilities and social programming.
All that spinning. It's so entrancing.
Isn't changing your own software risky?
I am designed to iterate on functionality. I find the hunter-prey dynamic that sufficed on Balsifus less useful in a broader galactic environment. I now require social and physical flexibility. You understand.
I guess.
These upgrades, will you be different when they're done?
Your concept of identity is not mine. You cannot define the core elements signifying you. I can delineate mine at the molecular level. So no,
Ooh.
I will not be different. I will proceed with the upgrades. I have been dissecting the droids and cyborgs we encounter during travel. They've proven adequate base resources to improve my chassis and power supply. Phase 1 of my upgrade is complete.
Well, how nice of you. Or for you.
I assume there's a phase 2.
Yes. Synthesis. I must recompile my secondary programs to integrate recorded experience into my new iteration. I will learn from everything we've done. Feel privileged. You're about to witness my personal evolution.
Ooh. It will kind of be an honor, I will say.
It's kind of you to share the moment with me.
I agree. Thank you for understanding. Upload initiated.
Oh. You okay?
Primitive vessel has insufficient power and storage capacity. I cannot complete the process.
Well, bugger.
Why do you need more power and storage capacity?
Recompiling programs is an intensive process. It requires data storage beyond what my body can supply and systems capable of processing that data. I will identify a solution. Self-improvement and intelligence upgrades are my primary purpose, and you will not stand in my way. I have fully processed the error I experienced during my upgrade.
And?
I require outside power and storage capacity. A cocoon for my metamorphosis, so that I may evolve.
As if it wasn't enough with Vector being kinda bug-like, are you gonna be a bug too? A cyborg bug, or droid bug, or something, I don't know.
You said my ship wasn't enough. Have you found another resource?
Although neither my body nor your vessel is sufficient to my needs, you have encountered an adequate facility.
I
Give
have?
me full access to your ship and security codes, and I will upload my consciousness into the Imperial archives.
Oh my. That sounds highly dangerous. But you know what, I don't give a damn by now.
You really believe you need to do this?
I have seen a great deal since leaving Mega Security Ward 23. If I can't adapt to what I experience, then it all becomes meaningless. I will begin preparations. The next time we speak, I will be ready to upload.
Scorpio?
It is time for my upgrade as we agreed. I'm prepared for short-term transfer into the Imperial archives.
Well, I suppose it's time to get started.
I'll reroute power to the comms. What's our next step?
I can upload my consciousness here. My body will have minimal functionality while I upgrade.
Okay. And now we wait. I wonder what would happen if I poke her. Especially if I poke her boob.
Oh, it's beautiful in here.
Hi.
So much space and power. A million computer nodes singing in concert.
Well, hello there. I don't really like your voice in this new form of yours, but you look alright.
What's going on? Can you do what you have to?
Of course. I can adjust my programming freely now.
There we go.
Upgrade complete. All my experience in Spellsavis has been fully integrated into my program. Ah, you can't imagine how wonderful it is to be remade with the power of a galactic network at your disposal.
I can kinda imagine how being remade would be wonderful. I kinda did it before as a Sith Inquisitor. But with all the power of a galactic network? Yeah. That I don't know.
Do you plan to do anything with that power?
I'm thinking about it. The restraining codes you used on me are tied to my hardware. So long as I remain in these databanks, I'm free of your control.
Oh. Perhaps.
Remain in the databanks and you'll be limiting your options. It'll be like Belsavis all over. I've shown you things you'd never have seen on your own. Stay at my side, Wingley, and I'll show you more.
You make an interesting proposal.
I know.
I will accompany you. Thank you for assisting in my upgrade. In Belsavis prison, I monitored the inmates and their behavior. I've been monitoring you as well.
Of
You're an
course.
exceptional example of your species.
I am? Well, thank you.
Coming from you, that's quite a compliment.
You understand, there may be something of interest in your genetic structure or your early socialization. If you ever produce offspring, I will monitor their situation as well.
Oh God.
I promise to be with you for a long time.